Hey everybody, this is Curtis from PSN Stores, and we are looking at Aqua Kitty DX Milk Mine Defender. So Aqua Kitty, I would argue, to this day, is still one of the best, probably one of my favorite PlayStation mobile games. When it first came out, it was just Aqua Kitty on PlayStation Mobile. It later came out on, I want to say, the Xbox 360 and PC. I know the PC version had some updated stuff. I'm not entirely sure what the 360 version had, but the DX version now, which is coming out to PS4 and Vita tomorrow, if you're watching this video the day it goes up, this is kind of like your definitive version with all new game modes, new boss types, trophies, all the good stuff. So Aqua Kitty, the kind of story setting here is that we are in the future where the milk supply has run dry, and under the ocean, the cats and kittens have discovered that there are milk reserves deep underwater that they are now mining to get their milk. And so it is your job to defend the kittens who are mining this milk from various different enemy types. So we're gonna play. So here's what we're gonna do. So there is now an easy mode, because this game does get really difficult. So if it's a little bit too hard, you can turn it down to easy mode. And then there is also arcade mode. So arcade mode is the new thing here for people who play the PlayStation mobile version. It's very cool. We're gonna check it out. We're gonna do a few stages normal mode, then we're gonna jump to arcade mode here. So if you played Aqua Kitty on PlayStation Mobile, this should seem pretty familiar to you. It's kind of the same level layout here. These levels that are outlined are the kind of final stage of each of the 4 sections. These now end with a boss enemy coming out, which is pretty cool. There's 4 different bosses here. This game also has co-op now, so you can kind of drop in, drop out pretty easily on the PS4. And then you also note that basically any stage marked with a gold cat means I saved all of the kittens. Any with blue, I have finished that level, but I lost a kitten in the process. Then you also have your infinite espresso mode, which is like just an infinite mode. So we're gonna jump in. We'll play this stage. So Aqua Kitty very much it's like a Defender style game. So if you played Defender, you should kind of know what that is. If you haven't played Defender, something more recent is maybe like a Resogun. So it's a side-scrolling shooter where the level wraps around. So you see the map at the top. If I go over the edge of that map, I will wrap around to the left side of the screen. So everything's all wave-based. Essentially what you're seeing is there's a certain enemy type that will come and try to abduct a kitten. If that happens, you need to kill it before it drags the kitten off the stage. So here's one of the new boss types. We're gonna get back to him. I need to save this kitten first. So here's just one of the new boss types. Basically, you want to break through his outer shell and get to the kind of the core to take off his health. So I can scroll left or right. I can switch directions by hitting the R1 or L1, R2, R2 buttons. If I hold circle down, I have a special shot. The yellow meter is the charge that I have on that, and that will actually refill over time when I'm not using it. Those enemies I just killed, they will drop power-ups. There are a number of different power-ups here, from shots that will move out at like an angle, shots that will move up and down. They also drop extra hearts like just in case you've taken damage. They will drop a bomb that like explodes into like a bunch of different missiles that will home in on enemies and like just in the close area. And then once I've killed the boss in one of those 4 stages, like if there are any other enemies on the screen, they just automatically die. And so then you're given a score. So your score is dependent on, of course, how well you did, but also how many of the kitten miners that you've saved. This game obviously has leaderboard support, which was something that was not in the PlayStation Mobile version. So I'm actually going to switch to arcade mode. So arcade mode is, for anyone who played the PlayStation Mobile version of the game, this is the big new addition, essentially, for people who have played this before. So here is the gist of things. You just get it in one go. If you die, no matter whatever progress you made, you have to restart from level 1. The difference here, in the regular version, you know, level by level, like, upgrades will drop, but you're not going to keep those upgrades from each level. That is just level-specific upgrades that you'll get. In arcade mode, your upgrades will stick with you. So what will happen, you'll see shortly, that green kind of fish on screen. I kill that, I collect the gem, and one of the options in the bottom left is it will highlight. And so going from left to right is representative of the cost of each of these upgrades. So now that I have 2 gems, I can buy the power-up that will give me a shot that goes up and down. The first upgrade gives me a shot that goes backwards. The third has a shot that will go diagonally. The fourth will give me an extra heart. And then the fifth will give me an extra bar of my special shot, which you start out with 1, and you can get up to 5 different bars. And so what will happen as you progress in arcade mode, all of those upgrades will stick with you. There are instances where I've noticed that, like, some of my upgrades are, I lose some of my upgrades, because you can get it up to 2, essentially. So if you're upgrading, like I'll show you here. So I just purchased the up and down shot. So that goes out like at a slower rate. You can max it out at 2 for those shots. I've noticed that sometimes I've had like two purchases on one of these upgrades, and like it went down to 1. I'm not entirely sure what the cause of it is. Like, I thought at first maybe it's because I took damage, but then I took damage again, and then I didn't lose any upgrades. I thought maybe they go down after each level, but that doesn't seem to be the case either. So I'm not sure exactly what the reason is, but they can go down at some points. And so what will happen, basically, like, I have 3 hearts right now. If I were to get hit in this level, the next level I play, I will only have 2 hearts. So this could, like, I haven't even got, like, the farthest I've gotten is towards the end of the Creamy Cove section of levels. We'll see how far I can get now. But I can see this getting, like, arcade mode itself could be really tough. This game already gets pretty hard in some of the later stages. So having to do this in all-in-one go, I could see being pretty difficult. There's also a trophy for completing all of the stages in arcade mode and freeing all the kittens in the process, which I could also see being pretty difficult. I'm not sure if my mic is picking it up or not, but one of the cool things this game does with the PS4 controller, basically when one of your kittens is starting to be abducted, they'll meow, and that meow comes through the speaker on the controller, which I think is a pretty cool touch. And you know, a lot of this, you know, I've mentioned this. We have a review for for the original Aqua Kitty on PlayStation Mobile on the site. I gave it 5 out of 5. I think it is. This game's incredible, and it's still incredible. Let's see if I can. Yes. It's awesome now to be able to play it on PS4 and Vita. It is as a, you know, cross-save, cross-buy title. I love the arcade mode. I really like this new mode. I think this is, you know, this is something especially for someone like me who played the heck out of Aqua Kitty on Vita, you know, 2 years ago. Like this, like I feel like this is like more than just like, hey, I get to play Aqua Kitty again. This feels like more like a reason for me to want to go back and play even more because it's something new, it's something different. Just in the way that you progress, you know, being able to keep upgrades over levels, like, is a pretty cool new addition that makes me want to play this even more than I normally would have. And I mean, obviously, like, I love the art in this. Like, I just love the way this game looks. I think the music is great. It's just like, and it's just fun. Like, it's just a really fun game. It's like it's the right nice, like, the right kind of challenge. Having new bosses is cool because the original just didn't have boss fights. So now that you have these new bosses to take on. There's a new, like, there's enough new stuff here too. Like, the original game was great on its own, but at the same time, the original game on mobile was like under $4, and so now you have this version of the game that costs a little bit more, not too much. I think it's like $9, so it's still pretty cheap. Now there's all this new stuff too, and I mean, you got trophies if you care about that sort of thing. It's just, you know, it's a great update to this game. And especially, like, if you did not play this game before, you absolutely should now. It is fantastic. And even down to, like, just having the lost kitten on, like, the milk box, the milk carton, like, oh, man. We're gonna see how far I can go. I don't think I'm gonna go that much farther. Because I got 1 heart. I can buy another heart with 1 more gem. I did really bad that last stage. I lost a kitten. That was not good. I could definitely, I wanna finish arcade mode. I don't know if that would take me a while or not, because it's definitely, I could see this getting pretty tough. But, I want to finish it, because I can just imagine, like, getting, like, to the last, like, of these 4, like, getting to, like, the curdling gulf, and just, like, feeling really powerful, because you've just kept all your upgrades to this point, so you've got, like, everything upgraded. And things like that. That could be, like, super cool. Because you can get it, like, when if you're just playing normal or easy mode, like, especially in the later stages, you can get enough upgrades to drop that you have, like, you do have a ton of these upgrades, like, fully upgraded. And you feel, like, real powerful in those moments. Like, it doesn't last very long, but you feel awesome. I'm gonna... Oh, crap. I'm gonna fully upgrade my top-down shot. So now you see it goes out just a little bit faster. And that's where it caps out at 2. I gotta hurry up and save this kitten. Yes. Alright, well, I do want to show Infinite Espresso. So in this mode, there are no kittens that you need to worry about. It's just all about just seeing how long you can survive. Which is pretty nice. It's pretty nice to have a mode where you're not like having to manage like whether or not kittens are being abducted or not. And this also gets real tough, just with the amount of enemies that it starts throwing at you all at once. I'm on wave 9 now, I think. I want to see the furthest I've gotten so far is like 15. Oh, this is one of the things. Not... Oh. Guys with the homing missiles are not... I think the point when I usually start screwing up is when kind of gets to the point where there's just like, I mean, you can see on the map it's getting there where there's just tons of enemies all over the place and it's kind of hard to weave in and out. Which is kind of why I'm not talking too much here. Or I guess I am now, but I wasn't before. I'm trying to focus. Oh, that's a... Yes. There's a trophy for getting... One for getting to round wave 10, and then the other for getting to wave 20. Oh boy, this is... Nope. Well, okay, so that is Aqua Kitty DX Milk Mine Defender. It is out tomorrow on PlayStation 4 and Vita. It is cross-buy and cross-save. I believe the price is like $9. This game is awesome. It is still awesome, as it turns out. It was great on PlayStation Mobile. Still great. I cannot recommend this enough. I really can't. It is just so much fun. And that's just that was one of the things with when it first came out. I just like it's just a ton of fun, and that's like the music's great, the art's great. You know, I think the story is just really funny. Or just kind of premise for why these cats are milking or are mining milk from the ocean. That stuff's all great, but like most importantly, it nails the fact that it's just a super fun game to play. So whether you've played it before or whether you haven't, definitely recommend checking this out. I think you're just gonna have a lot of fun with it. So again, once again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys later.